Yeah, so this is like a brief interlude rather than being focused on wargaming. I've just got some product from a company that does some miniature booklets and miniature dungeons for the Dungeons and Dragons game or any other kind of game you want to use. And they are called Slowquest dungeon packs, and they do item packs as well in these kind of snazzy small packets, and that's what this is going to be about. So I'm going to dive into that and switch over to the close-up view. There we have it. So what are these? Well, I spotted them on Instagram and thought I just had to have them. I know they look a bit like bubblegum style, don't they? Like that Adventure Time artwork. And it's a chap, he's got a website which I can actually switch to show what these are about. So let me just jump over to that website now. So yeah, it's called Slowquest, and bite-sized adventures. He also does stickers, pins, cards, item cards, which can be seen on this screen here. It's kind of homebrew, self-published. I think he even with the sort of small books that binds the books in a workshop. So kind of labour of love kind of artwork and nice little adventures and ideas to use in Dungeons and Dragons. So given I liked things like Adventure Time and I'm also a Dungeons and Dragons player, I thought I'd rush out, buy a few, and I can do a kind of opening of these packets here in front of me. So as you can see, the sort of larger decks, which are mini dungeons, are around the 12 euros, probably similar to $12, £12, wherever you happen to be. And they look nice. So what I'm going to do is kind of an unboxing for them. If I switch back to my view now as well. So, or more of an unpackaging. So that's one of the features of these straight away. They look like they're in those kind of collector card bubblegum packets. And I have opened one here already. Which one did I open? This one, Silent Spire. Obviously, as part of this unboxing, unpackaging, I don't want to show every bit of detail because they're nice. Actually, on his website, it does show most of the content of what you're going to get, but I don't want to crack these open and be a big spoiler for everything. So to start with, it says Slowquest Dungeon Pack contains a small adventure for use in 5th edition D&D, map story info, encounters token, items and map tokens. So I think I saw quite a lot of that on his website, and so I shall open it up and share it, and then have a look at the other things in a moment. I shall clear them out of the way somewhat. Obviously, for most people watching my videos, I normally do painting guides and things, so I've still got various jars and bits and pieces around from that. So again, Slowquest, Dungeon Pack, Silent Spire, zooming in. Yeah, obviously if you do receive these, if you're interested in them, take care to not cut them open because you might damage your contents inside. Actually, I might need to zoom out a little bit more so that you can at least see what's going on there in the pack. And out spill the contents. So again, bite-sized adventure for D&D. And what do you get in one of these packs? Well, what you get is a nice set of cards representing that Silent Spire, a kind of intro card, and then a series of tower rooms. As I say, I don't want to spoil the whole thing by showing all the content, but that gives you an idea of the quality of the content in there. And then with it, you get some of these little tokens. So some of the creatures that are in there, plus a token which you could use on these maps as well. Obviously, if you had your own player characters in there, I mean, they could be represented by dice or any other flats or some other token that you're using. in the Dungeons and Dragons game. But yeah, so you get some stats and card details there for the creatures, and some interesting items with a kind of quirky, funny slant on them. They're a bit like, they remind me of that game, and I can't, Munchkin. God, my memory does serve me well in the end. But yeah, they remind me of the comic humour you get on the Munchkin cards, the Steve Jackson games, Munchkin. So here you go, Enchanted Skull. Store your smoking herbs here to give them extra zing and pep. So yeah, that's nice, isn't it? I mean, that's enough to... Obviously, I'm not going to show you the rest of those cards because I don't want to spoil all the content. But nice quality. Some light kind of stats. I mean, this mushroom creature has some hit points, XP, and some interesting kind of quirk if he poisons someone. But it doesn't go into too much detail. It's not telling you the exact con save or something you have to make for that. It's just giving you a general overview, which I quite like because there's enough of a hook there to let me, as a reasonably experienced DM or GM, to make something up on the spur of it. But that's quite quirky. Again, Adventure Time-esque feel to it, doesn't it? You know, with a big mushroom coming after you, which, if you get infected by it, causes you to develop fungal growths. So this is another pack which I'm struggling to open. This is an item pack, Travelling Trader. Let's just see the kind of things you get in there. So I don't want to damage the contents with my sharp blade. Which I appear to have got in okay. It's also... what it is about these very nice packets, I don't really want to ruin the packet either, but too late, I've torn it. I'm just going straight in. So what are the kind of things in here? So to start with, Herb's Wondrous Wagon. Herb spends his time on the main trade roads. So again, it's not really set in any particular location, but you get a little intro and some pricing guide there as well, that price guide to these various different items. Again, great artwork in that nice comic style. And I'm not going to go through them all or read any of them in too much detail because they're obviously something you need to buy. Includes a candle holder and 5 basic candle set. Unscented but guaranteed to provide a romantic atmosphere. So yeah, some things basic, some things a little bit more interesting, but great little cards that you could hand out to your players, or you could just use as references. Yeah, I like the look of those, very nice. So what else have we got over here? So there was a book. Where's the book gone? So another one. So I believe he binds these, creates them, does the whole lot. Again, here's the website and Instagram page there too. Zoom in so you can see that and follow. Just hold that momentarily. So yeah, his Instagram account, well worth following because he does put more of these nice artworks on there. And the web address where you can buy this content too. So there's a few of these books on the website. There's a taverns one. There's another one to do with, I'm just browsing over to the site now. There's a Meet the Wizard book. There's some Dog Wizards book as well, and a Slowquest one Goblin Guard, which looks like another kind of adventure. Now this one I tucked into earlier just to have a look through. And what it has is sort of very interesting ideas on different ales and drinks that you can get. It has various taverns and their names. You've got staff in here as well, and a couple of them they appealed to me. They weren't just too comic to use. They were nice. I mean, and they give you little hooks in there as to why you might want to interact with this character. So yeah, nice. Some ideas from drinks. I think it had some prices. Yeah, it had prices for a night's keep, along with the prices for different weird and wonderful ales. So again, could add some flavour to a game if you were stuck for a tavern and wanted you know how it is when you bring the characters back to an inn. You might want to give it a little bit of an interest and something unique. So you might say they have a special ale on, and you might sort of grab that detail out of this book. So this was it, short and sweet. I've got 2 other packs to open. I'm not going to do those on here because I think I've given you a flavour for what's involved. You've got a blacksmith pack here, so there's going to be more weapons and sort of armour and things in there than the general items pack, which I opened already, and a goblin merchant pack, so that's going to be interesting too as to what's in there. And you get 20 cards with illustrations and stats for 5th edition. But I think, as I said before, the stats are kind of nice and, well, in my view, light stats, as in it doesn't prescribe too much the full details of the rules. Just very nice information. And artwork's fantastic. Oh, the other thing I did get was I got a sticker pack as well. It was on the website in the shop. I just thought I'd like these. Could use them again in a game or something. I've already started to peel off a couple of these to decorate around my streaming rig setup here. But yeah, nice art, nice detail, good quality product, printed on good card, and comes in those kind of unique hand-bound packs and things. So I shall sign off, switching back to the other view. That's it, a kind of short and sweet unboxing of some Dungeons & Dragons flavoured cards from Slowquest. Go and check out their website. I will put the link into the comments section or the description, even though obviously I'm completely not sponsored by anything to do with Slowquest. I just decided to put these up because I like them as a product. So thanks for listening. I'm going to stop streaming now and see you again soon. Find the right button to stop streaming.